Pokemon Emerald Rogue, the roguelike ROM hack of Pokemon Emerald where you progress through your own personalized story. Of course, I randomized my starter, and I got this Q-Fan. I'm not really impressed, I just got to my first route. But immediately, I was stopped by a trainer. I thought I was gonna have to quit here, but luckily, the trunk came swinging. And afterwards, I picked up this Tepic, beat up another trainer, and moved on to the next one, where I found this Vanillite. Just a classic cone, but I'm more of a strawberry guy. Oh, exactly what I wanted. I don't mind the double scoop. And with that, we get to our first gym leader. And it was pretty perfect because it was Claire, the Duchess of Dragon types. I saw a way forward with Oracle, but he was taken out by her Axew. He was pretty fast, faster than my whole team. And he actually struck out my start. But luckily, when I switched into the strawberry, he got the first hit. I kept my shiny and moved on to the legendary. But first, I had to stop by this route where I picked up this Pops, surfed up a little bit, and scooped up this Starly. But of course, I risked it all at the casino. Two choices, left or right. One's good and one's bad. But I rolled a plus 20 bonus and got a Master Ball. And right after, $10,000. Lost $1,000 afterwards. But definitely robbed this casino, man. We took our new big ball to the legendary, where we had to fight this trainer before. There's usually someone guarding the statue, but Chief led us to victory. She wasn't a problem. I evolved everyone afterwards, but I walked up and encountered a Cura. He's only level 14, so I didn't want to waste the Master Ball. And on the first move, Quick Ball is basically a coin flip, and I called heads. This boy was mine. And on the second gym leader, Koga, he was all I needed. It was kind of embarrassing. And afterwards, another legendary. Went on a route first and encountered a Wobbuffet. I hate these guys. They don't let you leave, and they always immediately Destiny Bond. I had to. And on the route after, I encountered a Score Bunny. I kind of had a debate with my stream chat to decide if Tepic would be any better. I replaced the Chief, and he looked pretty happy in my party. Leveled him up right before the legendary, and found one of the Gumball Guardians of the Candy Kingdom. He did not want to stay in any of my balls. I actually took out my Wobbuffet. And with this guy having the Mr. Beast boost, I can't risk any more feints. I just went with the Master Ball. I think it was worth it. And after a quick level up my team, I got to the third gym, the fighting type Bruno. No more Chief, I've just got Chef now. But the Pyro Ball was just enough to take out the first two. Nearly cleared his whole team, but his Hitmontop wiped me. I had the birds to back him up, but I didn't think Bruno would take a sacrifice like that. But again, another legendary, and another one right after. I walked up and confronted a Marshadow. I actually never used this guy. He wasn't too tough to catch. He looked kind of lame at first, until I inspected him. But never mind that. I'm going straight to the next one. And it's a Xerneas, this bighorn deer, who immediately smited down my bird. Luckily, I've caught this one before, so I just used a repeat ball, where I took him to the fourth gym, Lieutenant Surge. Being all electric, I don't exactly have someone for this, but with the Mr. Beast boost, Lanky was more than enough. Wiping out his entire team, fourth badge is mine. And I move on to find another set of legendaries. You already know I'm going straight to the casino. I lost every time. I paralyzed my horse, and on the second, I traded away my Kyurem and replaced with this Sliggoo, a dragon for a dragon. I leave on that and just get to the legendary. I confront its guardian, and it takes out Lanky Kong. But now, at least we have the space for a Cubfu. Found my perfect broom for the sweeping. Still hold on to this snow cone, the blueberry flavor now. It was actually perfect, because on this fifth gym, it's with Noah. Her flying types are no match to the endless ice. And another free badge was rightfully earned. But unfortunately, no more legendaries. I just went straight to the sixth gym. I walk up and confront Sabrina. Luckily, I still got my Gandalf. His ghostly presence was perfect for her psychic types. But once he 1v1'd this Malmar, his spirit was silenced. We had Pops to redeem him. He ended up getting the badge, but I was mad. And I found this unsuspecting trainer to beat up. It was Maxie, and I wanted to steal one of his Pokemon to fill the void. Pops proved to be perfect for these flame and fire types. And after the shakedown, he gave me the choice between his Blaziken or Talonflame. I chose the chicken. And finally, I got to my first battle prep rest stop, where I stocked up on some Z moves and some hold items. Made sure to give my Snow Cone some Blizzard too. With his Hail active, it'll never miss. But it doesn't even matter, because the seventh gym is Fire Lord Flannery. Plop pops in as soon as I can, and he got to work, one-shotting everyone in his path. The fire was extinguished, and we're off to our eighth leader. And afterwards, I buy a Moonstone to level up Cubfu. Now he's a true master, but his fists mean nothing against the ghostly Agatha. We had Fifi's Fairy and Dark move to help us through. And when it got a little close, we used our Z move, the last resort Twinkle Tackle, knocking this teapot out of the park. Pops was brought pretty low, and even Gudra felt the heat, but it was Mr. Prince who pulled through and graciously gifted us with our eighth badge. All the leaders defeated, and on the horizon, another legendary. I need this in my life. And after beating up this grunt, we got to the Glass Tree. Wasn't too tough of a catch, but it was a tough choice to expel the prince. And unfortunately, he would have been perfect, because after, we walked up the stage to confront the first of the Elite Four, and it was the grass type Erica. Blaziken is looking beyond the grave. get pretty pissed. But luckily, ice was just as nice. I set up my hail and got the blizzard brewing. One shot everyone until I ran out of PP. Fifi had to clean up. The first of the Elite Four was ours. And of course, we rushed straight to the second. And it was the steel type Jasmine. I had my sweeper's fist punched through her plates, beating up guys like Lucario and the legendary Genesect. Ferrothorn too, but when it got to this castle, it was a little too close. We got her to red, but sweeper was swept. I wanted Robbie to clear up the rest, but this horse is too slow. Berserker took him out. I had to go back to the blizzard for a redemption shot. Finally beat Jasmine. She took 2 of my people. And now there's actually nothing on the routes, only leaving me this lone trainer in the alley. I walk up and it's my rival, Leaf. Her Pokemon are pretty weak. Guys like Shuckle and Alcremie. I really wanted this Metagross, but at the end was left with 2 choices, a Steelix or a Darmanitan. I chose the rocks, and I was immediately told by my stream that was a bad choice. So of course, I went to the randomizer, hoping to get something better in return. I got a Stantler. Another deer, but this is not who I want for this third Elite Four battle. We walk up, and it's the Ice-type Glacia. I put my Stantler out front, but I wasn't too worried because I gave him a Fightinium Z, and he turned on his all-out pummeling. Imagine getting curb stomped by a deer like this. No one would survive, but his Crabominable put Stantler 6 feet under. He did his job, and Goodra cleared up the rest. Glacia had to give in, and now we're off to the 4th. But there are a couple of routes in front of us this time, so we can fill up our team. We walked around and picked up a Milotic and a Swanna. Actually not bad at pickups, but kind of rendered useless because his 4th champion was a water-type Misty. We had the real deer Fifi out in front, and luckily had a grass-type Hornleaf to clear some of these guys through. And when it got to her last Starmie, I had to go with the Z move. Misty stood no chance. And now, this region's champion is waiting for us to fight. This time, there's a legendary, but instead, I chose to do nothing. I'm confident in my team, and I'm ready for the big fight. We move 4th, and it's Roxanne, who we're actually pretty stacked for. We got quite a bit of water. I started off a Rain Dance, and had to switch into Pop so he can do the rest. When it got to her bull, I was laid out, but we still got the Milotic, but she was taken out too. But luckily, my Goodra has some water type moves too, and he's pretty tanky. The randomized trade came through, and Roxanne declared us Pokemon champion. There's one last trainer to fight. I was given a lot of choices for the routes. I wanted to do nothing again, but this time I have 4 people on my team, and I need to fight to get it. I walk up, and it's Annabelle. Her first pretty weak. I took it out pretty easily. But her Tapu Koko took out my 3rd bird. And with only 3 Pokemon on my team, this fight isn't even made worth it anymore. But out of her whole team, we only got the choice of Slurpuff and Alcremie. Yeah, pretty unfortunate. But we got the cream. And I don't worry about it, because after is a legendary. And out of nowhere, the shiny golden Reshiram. We whittle him down quite a bit. One by one, I use all my balls until there's no more. I had to leave empty-handed. I'm still left with 4 people in my party. I get to the edge of the mountain, and I find the true champion standing there. Red. I get started with my Hail and Blizzard strat, and his first Furret proved to be no problem. Same with his Dialga, even though I got a little scared. His Groudon was a different story though. I had to switch into Goodra. And his Moltres got me a little spooked, but the AI just started to throw, and it went straight for Memento. It lowered my stats, but it sacrificed its life. And with only 1 Pokemon left, I decided to use my Z move. His Orbeetle was blasted off. The AI had some questionable choices there, but either way, I am now the undisputed champion. And with only a team of 4, my Oracle Vanillux, the Big Dragon Goodra, my Fifi Xerneas, and the Cream Alcremie. Another win for the boys. And for now, that's it. Pokemon Rogue 17. Let me know if I should do any challenges, by the way.